Hi everybody, thank you for joining me. This is Living Divinity. I am in my kitchen. I am in the upright standing position and I'm here to read for you today. So the other place is actually in my living room and I'm at a table and I'm sitting, so I want to stand up as I'm doing the reading today. It just seems more upright, and it can be a little bit challenging for me at my age, but I'm going to muddle through and I'm going to give you a reading. So let's begin by thanking God for the opportunity to read for all of you. And I thank all of you. Without you, there's no need for me to be here. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. My positive energy leaves a powerful impression on the world. So sometimes when you are so living in your authentic self, and you're a positive person to everyone you meet, people who have not gone through the healing process, your light will be the problem. The people that haven't tried to heal, maybe they didn't know how to heal, maybe they're just too busy with life to take time out for themselves. But the chosen ones will never be forgotten. The chosen ones, when you come across one, you won't ever forget them. You might forget their name, but you'll never forget the energy. And I've had a few earth angels come into my life. Some of them I knew their names. Some of them were blood relatives. Some of them I never knew their name, but I knew there was something special about them when I came into contact with them. So always be kind. Always protect yourself, because those that are against you, you'll know their energy and you can test their energy. A way of testing their energy is, in other words, if you feel like they don't have a good aura about them, is to tell them a story. And it's a true story you'll be telling them. And then later on you'll hear the story be twisted and turned and flipped and pummeled, and the story's not even close to what the original story was. So that's a way to test people's integrity, their honesty. I would rather have someone come to me and say, I don't like you, stay away from me, than to be trying to look like you're innocent, meanwhile taking a knife and stabbing someone else in the back. So, your positive energy leaves a powerful impression on the world. Never forget who you are. When you find yourself, don't lose yourself for a relationship. Don't lose yourself for a career. Don't lose yourself over family matters, over friendship matters. Choose who you want to be. You know who you want to be, and be that person that makes you happy on the inside. And don't let anybody try to dim your light. And you'll know when they take little stabs at you, and then say they're only kidding. And once or twice could be construed as a good joke or a funny joke, but after that, it's your light that makes them say these little things to try to get you to get triggered. So be careful who you have around you. Pay attention to what people are saying to you. I was blessed to have a sister who's now passed away, she actually studied tarot. She could palm read. She could do someone's reading over the phone without knowing their name or their birth date. She was very connected, and she was treated in my family like there was something wrong with her too. I'm the youngest, so I watched a lot. I saw a lot. Well, the thing is, after she died, then they started attacking me. They gave me, and I'm the youngest, they gave me many reasons not to trust her. They talk behind her back. They talk negative about her now that she's dead. And I had to come to the understanding about where her place was in this world and where my place is in this world. And unfortunately, you find that through hurt and pain. It takes breaking you down so God could build you up, and He could lift you up like the phoenix arising through the ashes. So know that you are powerful. Know that your positive mindset is like the butterfly flutter. Be all that you can be within yourself, and let the aura of who you are shine for all to see. So moving forward, I got some handwritten cards. Color interpretation, you can Google that. If you're feeling like you need energy, maybe you should wear red. Or you could put red things into your house. Orange has to do with creativity, yellow has to do with wisdom, green has to do with love, blue communication, indigo inner wisdom, violet wisdom and beauty, white is purity, brown is of the earth, black is protection, and gold is spirituality. So my personal favorite colors are orange, yellow, green. I do like blue, white, and gold. Those are my favorite colors, in case you wanted to know. Okay, the next card is victory and success. You can have it when you believe it, work at it, and know that you're deserving of it. It's the positive mindset, seeing victory and success in your future. Contemplating what will it take. Honesty, integrity, tenacity, strength. The strength, the ability of your mind, body, and soul working in unison. You create your future by your current thoughts. So always be positive. Always look at the light side of things. Always be true to yourself. Okay, so this could be you or someone you know. You built a strong foundation, but it was one-sided. Realizing you need to travel for a new beginning. You've been planning. Spirit is guiding you to the one for you. A love you never forgot. Strength, quickness, and speaking, living your truth. So whoever that's for. Next one is cheating to get ahead. is bad-spirited. So cheating can be many things. Cheating in a relationship, cheating the company you work for, cheating your children out of inheritance, cheating the values that were put upon you by your ancestors, cheating to get ahead. It's bad-spirited. You know, there's many people who, excuse me, the devil doesn't chase. He won't chase someone who's in their house, who knows their wrongdoings, but refuse to give themselves to the Lord. The door is always open. God's door is always open. The home is always open for you to walk outside and stand in the middle of your front yard and raise your hands up to the sky, open palmed, saying, God, I'm here. Be with me, please. Please forgive me for all wrongs that I have done in my lifetime. If you are not willing to do that, the devil will not chase you. The devil might gift you. He might gift you with lots of money that you had gotten, not you, but I'm just saying, that you have received in a cheatful way. And the devil will add on to it. So that way your ego grows. That way you stay where you're at. The devil's not going to chase you. The devil chases those who want to speak up for God. And he chases trying to cause pain in your life. When you become a child of God, it is necessary to call back your energy cleaned and purified. It's necessary for you to say, return to sender. All those that have sent me good, God, send it back tenfold. All those who have sent it bad, God, send it back tenfold. You have many angels around you. They're your ancestors. They're spirits that God assigned to you. They're all around you, and you ask them for help. And the message will go. The message will be sent up through the ethers to bring the right people in front of you to help you go through what you're going through, to give you guidance, to hold your hand, to give you a hug, to say, I'm going to help you, brother. I'm going to help you, sister. And we're going to make it through this storm together. I was blessed to have my grandmother who, I looked in her eyes and I saw heaven. I was 7 or 8 years old and I said, Grandma, I want to look in your eyes. And when I pulled back from her, I said, Grandma, when I looked in your eyes, it was like I saw heaven. And I said in my mind, when I grow up, I want to be just like Grandma, except for the crippled part. I have, over the years, kind of forgotten, but these things are recalled, and they're recalled for a reason. To know that if I want a good life, if I want a good afterlife, I must seek God, because what I seek will seek me. And the spiritual protection. My daughter, I've been disconnected with her for a few years, and we just, I just had a visit with her, and I told her, I said, I always prayed that you would have a good life, that you would find someone who loved you for you. And that's all I could ask. You know, I do ask God to protect her and look over her and to help her to get her healing that she needs. She knows what healings that she needs far more than I do. But I pray for her protection. I pray for her healing. And prayers are heard. And prayers work. So continue to pray for that better life that you deserve. Continue to work on yourself. Continue to stand in your truth and your integrity. Show strength, the strength of the Lord that God gives you within. When that is exuded out of you, nobody will mess with you, because you have the God-given authority within you to command anything that's of a lower than your spirit. You have the God-given authority to command it to move out of your path. The next card is if another is requiring you to adapt to a new low. Hello, that's a red flag. Remove yourself. I've experienced that. Sometimes when you marry someone, you have to accept them for who they are. But their true self doesn't come out till after you get married. And if you keep lowering your standards, lowering how high that, like people might look at you and say, she's on her high horse right now. Maybe I'm not even on a horse, right? But if someone tells you you're on your high horse, they're telling you that already, that you are above them. Why get off that horse to do their way when your higher self, the higher part of you, is telling you to do a different way? Go your own way. Choose you. Don't get caught up in the matrix. And the last one, see your future from positive eyes, mindset, beautiful healing heart. So came out in that order. So next I want to talk about the angel number that I'm going to read for you in a bit. The first card we have is the King of Wands. So we agreed in the beginning that any court cards would be a 1. The next card is 3 of Coins. And I'm going to read the 3 of Coins for you. And the next card is the Ace of Swords. Speaking the truth. So I believe this King of Wands is getting ready to. This could be past, present, or future. See, this King of Wands has mastery, skill, and accomplishment, good reputation in work, business, expertise built on experience, craftsmanship, high status, honors earned. Okay, so the truth is, whoever this King of Wands is, that's a fire sign, has put in the work. It's very possible he's gone through, night of the soul. He's connected with Spirit. Spirit is saying, you are ready. You have done your soul work. You're ready to begin to live in your truth. Okay, so Out of the mermaid cards, I have positivity, contentment, and breaking free. So if we're referring to the angel numbers 131, I would say that this King of Wands, again, has gone through a spiritual healing, and maybe there's still work that he needs to do, but he's understanding that he has to master, or he has mastered, the art, the process of gaining his self-confidence, his self-love. He doesn't want to play games anymore. He wants to live in a truth. He wants to stand firm. He's understanding that positivity, that he creates his own future by his thoughts and beliefs. So there's probably some old beliefs that he laid to the side to get on this spiritual journey. He's content with the fact that maybe people don't agree with him. He already has done his research on who's for him and who's not for him. He's already stayed silent and didn't speak, and watched and heard others and how they acted towards a particular person, place, or thing. So he's content with his decision, and he's breaking free, and he's speaking his truth. Okay, so next we have your soul purpose, the affirmation. Okay. My spine, bones, tendons, and muscles are healthy, strong, and aligned. I am spiritually, physically, emotionally, and mentally balanced. I am open to alternate paths to wellness and health. Complementary health practitioner. The stone is selenite. Do you like to find alternative healing methods when dealing with a health issue? Do the research to find non-mainstream therapies and practices for health challenges. Recognize that there are many healthcare practices that align with the body, mind, spirit path to health and wellness. Next we have from the native spirit, the trickster. So I feel like maybe this King of Wands was a trickster. Maybe he played a lot of games. Maybe he realizes all the tricksters around him. So let's see what it says about the trickster. The card meaning, things are not as they seem. Something that seems bad may in fact be good, and vice versa. Don't take everything at face value. Look beneath the surface. This card encourages you to try to find humor or gentle amusement in seemingly difficult situation. It also encourages you to have irrepressible fun, step out of the mold. Your native spirit wants you to know in indigenous traditions there is the concept of the trickster. In Native American traditions, the trickster is often depicted as the wily coyote. But sometimes a trickster is a human called Heyoka. There is a lighthearted, fun aspect of the trickster, but there's also the caution to tread carefully because, God bless you, boy, because things are not always as they seem. Be discerning. What appears to be good, a good opportunity, may in fact not be. The wonderful aspect of this card choosing you is that it offers the opportunity to step out of the old, outmoded ways of perceiving yourself. The trickster allows you to see yourself in an entirely new way and asks you to step out of the old routines and habits that might be keeping you stagnant. The journey, it might sound very strange, but the easiest way to activate the energy of this card is to howl like a coyote. If you can, it's even better to do it during the light of the full moon. This breaks up stagnant energies and brings in fresh vitality. So we talked about vitality with the color chart, right? All right, so moving forward, we have this feather, and it's the heron. Let go of convention and follow your own unique path. Next, we have 2 cards out of the animal messages. The first one I saw was the sloth. Consider the smallness of your needs and treasure what you possess. So appreciate everything, even the little things, and treasure it. And so it's, if you've been with me for a while, not all the animal cards have a baby with them. So the sloth again has a little baby. So the second card we have is the whale, and there's a baby there. Through music, you reclaim life's magic and grow strong in body and soul. So, certain religions, well, maybe a lot of religions, I don't know for sure, but as I go on this path, the spiritual path, I do listen to music that is not of a said religion. These are people who follow their heart. They write their music. They put the songs with the words, or the words with the songs, however you want to look at it. And they are creators. And any song that speaks of a love story, any song that mentions love in a positive manner, I am drawn to that. I love love. I love love songs. I love seeing people in love. I love seeing old people who still love each other. I love seeing mothers and fathers loving their children at the playground. I'm a lover of love. God is love. Love is God. I am a lover of my faith in God. I love the hope that I have within me. I love love. Okay, so for some reason, again, maybe someone's pregnant. You have the sloth that has a little baby, and you have the whale. Those 2 cards came out. So moving forward, I pulled some cards out from the Archangel Power Tarot cards. Okay. Okay. Leap of faith, Archangel Metatron. Believe in yourself, listen to your heart, do what gives you joy. That's a 0. 0 to me is, it has to be heavenly, because it continues round and round. Okay. 0, Archangel Metatron. The Queen of Gabriel. Passionate, charming, brilliant, independent. You can do anything right now. Go after what you want. The ability to attract helpful people. Next is a 2, which has to do with balance. Archangel Haniel. Powerful psychic insights, reflection, and meditation that provides valuable information. Be at peace. 21. The World, Archangel Michael. A very happy ending, coming full circle, spiritual growth and insight. And 21 could be 2, which is balance, 1, which is beginning, or 3, which is Trinity. And the last one is the Empress. Time to act upon your plans. Creativity is rewarded. Luxurious or abundant resources. So when you look at all the cards that we received so far, we have the 131, the King of Wands, mastering, speaking his truth about, I believe it's the Empress, because the Empress came out in this card, in these cards. The Empress has changed his world. And she's also a high priestess. And she also carries the Empress carries all the queens, the makeups of all the different queens, but the Queen of Gabriel came out. Passionate, charming, brilliant, independent. And the leap of faith. So who's taking the leap of faith? Maybe, well, it's a man there, right? So maybe that's the King of Wands saying, hey, I played around. I've done things. I've been places. Now it's time for me to grow up and choose not this matrix. You know, so it's going to resonate different for everybody. Put it how it applies. And the last set of cards we have are the Psychic Tarot cards. So, what does this King of Wands want? He wants a foundation. A 4 is structure. He wants to achieve with, looks like a family, right? The throat chakra is a 5, which has to do with change and speaking truth. The shadow work, maybe he's worked on the shadow work. So he's not an emperor yet, but he knows that he could be. He knows that he's worked on coming up the ranks, and now that he's a king, he knows that he can progress to that emperorship. And 18 is a 1 beginning, 8 power, or the completion. 8 and 1 is 9. So there's hope. The heavens have hope for this union, this reunion, whatever it may be. As above, so below. There's hope. Never let hope be somewhere not in your life. Okay, so 1 again is beginning, 7 is spirituality. And then the last one is patience and planning. So it's very possible this King of Wands has been patient, has had to learn patience. Maybe this person is used to getting what he wants, like at a snap of a finger, but not with the Empress. You know, there's certain things that must be accomplished before he could move move anywhere near her. All right, so if that resonates for you. So we have a 7, we have a 1-7. So you could be seeing those numbers 177. Then we have the 8, 1-8. So going through these cards, it could be the 17th of any day. It could be January 7th. It could be August, or the 8th of any day. 7 July, 7th of any day. The 18th would be January 8th. It could be the month of September. It could be the 18th or the 9th of any month. That might resonate for you. 5 is May, or the 5th day of any month. 4 is April, or the 4th day of any month. 0, or 00. Queen 2 would be February, or the 2nd of any month. Or very well, this could resonate 20, 20th, right? The 20th of any month. This could be the 21st of any month. It could be February 1st. It could be March, or the 3rd of any month. And same with the Empress. So let me read out of the Bible. I opened the book to Isaiah 26. In that day the song will be sung in the land of Judah. We have a strong city. God makes salvation its walls and ramparts. Open the gates that the righteous nation may enter. The nation that keeps faith, you will keep in perfect peace. Him whose mind is steadfast, because he trusts in you. Trust in the Lord forever, for the Lord is the rock eternal. He humbles those who dwell on high. He lays the lofty cities low. He levels it to the ground and casts it down to the dust. Feet trample it down, the feet of the oppressed, the footsteps of the poor. The path of the righteous is level. O upright one, you make the way of the righteous smooth. Yes, Lord, walking in the way of your laws, we wait for you. Your name and renown are the desire of our hearts. My soul yearns for you in the night. In the morning my spirit longs for you. When your judgments come upon the earth, the people of the world learn righteousness. Through grace is shown to the wicked. They do not learn righteousness. Even in a land of uprightness, they go on doing evil and regard not the majesty of the Lord. Okay, so that was Isaiah 26:1 through Isaiah 26:11. Okay, so real quick, because it's still early in the reading. So, I entered tarot readers. Are they prophets? Okay, so it says no, tarot readers are generally not considered prophets. While some may interpret tarot readings as a form of prophecy, The practice is more widely understood as a tool for self-reflection and exploring potential paths, not as a means to definitely predict the future with absolute certainty, like a traditional prophet would. Key points to consider. Interpretation is subjective. The meaning of a tarot card can vary depending upon the reader's interpretation and the context of the question asked, making it subjective rather than a definitive prediction. From a psychological aspect, many view tarot readers as a form of psychological guidance, helping people to gain insight into their current situation and potential choices. There is no scientific evidence to support the idea that tarot cards can actually predict the future. So, I pulled that up because I believe myself that I've seen it when in my own life how the tarot readers, there's certain specific ones that got their reading became my reading, and there's proof in the pudding for me. So that's going to be in my autobiography. But I can tell you that when I was down low and I saw the devil, let me just rephrase that. When I was at my lowest and my hands were clenched in a fist so tight, and I saw something on my left shoulder, and when I started looking over, it was like poof. The sound in my mind was poof, and as it disappeared, and I heard a male's voice saying, "Go in the kitchen and get the 2 biggest knives and cut them up. You'll feel so much better." And I stood with my fists clenched still. I was actually debating it. And on my right shoulder, I saw something, poof, it was gone. It was a woman's voice. It was like my mother's voice saying, "Go for a walk." God divinely walked me out of his life. When I found the reader who looked like my sister, and she got into a froze position, the same froze that I was when I was hearing these voices in my head saying to go in the kitchen and get the 2 biggest knives, etc. She froze on a reading that was not, it was recorded, but I wasn't there. During the time of her recording, I watched the recording of her reading. And she froze, and she was looking down like at the cards. She froze for a second, and when she lifted her head up, she pushed her glasses up, and she reminded me so much of my sister. And she said, "I don't know whose mother this is," but she said, "Just jump." And she sounded so much like my mother. And it was a few days later, during the night, I sat up in my bed and I said, "All right, God, I'm ready to take the leap of faith." And I had expressed that, how am I going to take a leap of faith when I still have car payments? I work with my husband. How am I going to get money for the deposit or the first month's rent? And that night when I sat up in my bed and I said, "All right, God, I'm ready to take the leap of faith," it was like, I couldn't tell you, was it a few days? Was it a week? It was a very short period of time. And the broker came and he wanted more work, and I said, "Well, I was in the Navy, so I know about about metal and rust. I said, all that has to be grinded down or wire brushed. All the rust has to be taken out. Whatever holes are there have to be patched. But I'll do it. I'll even pay for the materials if you give me that apartment free for 6 months. So there was many other things that happened before, and there was many other things that has happened since. But how could I ever turn my back on God? How could I ever unsee what I've seen in my own life? And I tell you, what I say is very true. It's the raw truth that God is alive, and we will all have our judgment day, and we need to choose what's right for us as individuals. You know, sometimes we're not ready to accept the Lord, but you have to remember, we never know when God's going to call us. This is not a scare tactic for you to suddenly decide, oh, I'm going to become a Christian, or oh, I'm going to research spirituality. Those are true facts. We never know. Is God going to allow me to live till I'm 100, healthy, still being able to speak about how God has touched my life, still able to do these tarot readings that we're blessed to tell the truth in someone's life, and it's up to all of you to interpret the meaning of the cards. My grandmother said she read the Bible 3 times over, and she said, you know what? She said, you know what, Marcia? I said, what, Grandma? She's like, I read the Bible 3 times from front to back. And there's a certain scripture that every time I read it, it meant something different. So we have to pay attention to who our readers are. We have to pay attention to how we feel connected. Do we feel connected with that reader? We have to visualize, how can I spiritually heal myself through the words of a reader? Well, if you listen to enough readings, it's kind of like a self-help program, right? I don't really listen to any negative readers, because all it does is bring my spirit down. I choose to click off on that, but I will try to see how a part of it could have fit into my life. And but I read the cards in a positive manner. You know, my handwritten cards are actually some are my own thoughts. Some I will watch readers, and I will write some of the things that they say. I'll write it down, and it's not as if I'm purposely trying to steal someone else's words. If that was the case, why would anybody be reading the Bible? To have a message that touched my heart, to share that message with you, and if it resonates with you. We are not in competition with other readers. We're all here being a collective, trying to enlighten the world with more love in it, with God on the forefront of our lives. So energetically, I say, God knows which cards that I wrote off of other readers. And if you put a message in there, I resonated with this card, the glory doesn't come to me. The glory I give to God. God gives the glory to those who said those words on their platform. We are all energetically connected. There's nothing to hide. We just have to understand that we are getting in our ego if we are looking at other tarot readers and judging them. Because they're learning from you. The Bible has been read over by millions of people. It has been changed 30-something times. Personally, I would never throw this Bible out. I would never destroy anything that had Jesus on it. You know, sometimes we have people walking and knocking on doors and they want to hand me a pamphlet. I said, no, I can't take that. I'm not rejecting the pamphlet. I'm not rejecting the words in the pamphlet. It's just that if I saved everything that had God or Jesus on it, my house would be full of papers, you see. So I try to explain that in the tone that I'm talking to you now, so that I'm not hurting that person that offered me spiritual words for my healing. And I just tell them I'm on my own healing journey. I appreciate that, but if I take it, I'll never throw it away. I just don't believe in taking pamphlets that have God or Jesus on it or anything about love and just discarding it and throwing it in the trash. That's how passionate I am about the Lord that I serve, about the God that's within me, that the angels that God sends to protect me, that I appreciate, I'm thankful. And what I say to you is the truth that I know. And I say the truth that I know because I'm not here to tell you any lies. I'm not here to get caught up in lies. I'm not here to portray that I'm something that I'm not. I'm not here to try to guide you down a wrong path. I'm here because this is where God positioned me. And I won't stop, no matter what anybody says. If my sister called me today and said, I want you to stop, she's not going to make me stop. If my cousin sees me on the street, you should stop doing that. Why? Because the truth's coming out? Why? Because I could see right through you? I've been blessed my whole life. Although I've gone on this roller coaster ride, it was not done to me. It was done for me to awaken my spirit, to recall my days with my grandmother, how precious those days were. How my grandmother still speaks to me through some of the readers. How I hear about people who were murdered. They had the DNR, do not resuscitate, yet their spouse murdered them. And it was never investigated. I did my part. I called the authorities. They said because he was old, they just let it be. And the DNR, if you have DNR on your whatever your living will, take that shit off. Do not resuscitate means someone could take away your breathing ability and get away with it. That was my dear friend Gary. I only knew him for a short time. And I reported to the authorities. And I never spoke to his wife again. She's a reversed Empress. You see, I hear a lot through the readings. The readings are important for me to hear. The readings that I hear, my ancestors come through. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this reading. And I hope you found something in it to help you to inspire yourself to be better and to choose you and to build your self-confidence and your self-love, to get your inner healing, your inner child healing, to become the best version of you. And don't look back. 5555 on the clock when I said that. That's the end of the reading. I say thank you all for being here with me. Without you, there's no need for me to be here. And thank God for every day. Be grateful at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. When you leave the house, when you're crossing an intersection, when you're getting to work, wherever it is that you're going, that you and your loved ones are safe. Pray for the safety of your loved ones. Pray for the healing of your loved ones. Pray for the eyes, the spiritual eyes to be awoken, that the heart is broken open like, they say over years of hurt, a heart can have a lot of a hardness over it, that we could get to who our hearts really want us to be in this lifetime. God bless you all. Thank you. Have a beautiful day. It's a blessing, right? Your life is a gift.